It's Tracey and Noelle. They're gonna make you LOL on 90 Day Fiance Trash Talk.
Hello and welcome to 90 Day Fiance Trash Talk. This is episode 112. I am your host, comedian Tracey Carnazzo, joined by my co-host, Noelle Winters Herzog. Hi, Noelle. We're here to talk about season 8, episode 14 of 90 Day Fiance. It's almost over, right? It has to be almost over, right?
Well, the new one starts April 25th.
Okay, so yes, it's almost over.
I think so.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Because here's the thing.
I can't do this anymore.
It's 2 hours. Why is it 2 hours? Why is it? Okay. So television shows in general are either 22 minutes if they're on a half hour schedule,
and like 43 minutes or something.
Right.
Yeah.
So why 2 hours? Why is that? Why is it happening to me?
I don't know. And you know what? Okay. I wanted to ask you this. I thought Discovery Plus was supposed to be 90 Day Fiance without ads.
Okay. I don't think so. I think it's just add-ons, like the extra shows.
Okay. I am over it. I'm canceling it until we need it.
Okay.
That's all.
There's a lot of fun cooking shows on there, I think, and design shows.
I did watch a lot of true crime stuff, but I just feel like I want to order Paramount Plus for now.
Okay.
Do a little switcheroo.
There are so many streaming services. This is so confusing. Do you remember it was just Netflix?
Yeah. I would like just Netflix, Hulu, HBO.
So many things.
Amazon. Those are like my top 4. I also have Disney Plus. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need this.
And then also cable. Great. Everything's fine. If you want to hear more about what Noelle and I have to say about any of this stuff, including Teen Mom Trash Talk, 90 Day Fiance Trash Talk, our lives, my life, Noelle's life. If you want to hear about more about our streaming services,
my aversion to the smell of butter,
anything that you want to hear about us, you can go over to the Stereo app. We're going to have a show every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it is called the Trash Talk After Show with Tracey and Noelle. We're going to have a grand old time. We do it every single week, and we have a few weeks up. We have almost 9 episodes up right now that you can catch. If you don't catch us at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Wednesday, you can listen to it at any time. But if you do listen to it live, you can ask us questions in real time. And we have a great time interacting with all of our fans on the Trash Talk After Show on Stereo. And we're going to talk about a little bit more about how to do that later in the show. But the link is in the show notes to download the Stereo app.
Oh.
Hi, Noelle. So also, if you want even more of us, if you really do want it. So Noelle this week did talk a lot about melted butter. If you want 45 minutes of Noelle's opinions of the smell of melted butter, please join patreon.com/trash talk podcast for that. We cover 90 Day Bears All. We're going to be covering 16 and Pregnant on that as well, because if you're a Teen Mom Trash Talk fan, we usually do 16 and Pregnant on the regular episode. And now, nope, it's going to be on Patreon. We're going to have so much fun with that. Unexpected Trash Talk comes back to Patreon. We're like an entire streaming service.
We are the Netflix of podcasts.
Let me tell you something. This is Netflix Trash Talk, and you're going to go to patreon.com/trash talk podcast. Let's jump into 90 Day Fiance season 8, episode 14. And we're going to start with my absolute favorite person, maybe on this earth, Stephanie.
Okay, Stephanie, I love it's like, on TikTok, it's like, show me you're mentally ill without telling me you're mentally ill, and it's like, Stephanie,
She's
there
so
you go.
Fun.
She is fun. I would be friends with her.
I think we are friends with her. We're friends with people like her.
You are certainly friends with people like her. You have been friends with people like her at her age while you were like 15.
Literally,
so true.
Like almost to the T.
Yes.
Stephanie really just needed Rye Harris to come and comfort her.
Mm-hmm.
And he was a gentleman, and he slept on the couch. And he said that he feels a lot of feelings for her. One of the feelings he feels for her is money,
pity,
worry.
Disgust. No, I don't know, man. This guy, he's good. He's better than Ryan. He's the you. He could play the game.
Okay, let me tell you, I respect Harris amazingly.
Me too. I want him to come to the US. He's gonna earn it.
He deserves it. He deserves it.
Mm-hmm.
He really does. So Ryan's mom called Stephanie's office. So here's the thing, right? I love that Stephanie and Ryan's mom were super, super close. Ryan's mom blocks her because Stephanie asked for basically their rent back.
Right. But because she probably got into a fight with Ryan.
Yep.
And was just like, give me the money back then.
and then
She
asked-
can't do.
Right. You can't do that. Sorry
No.
about that, but you can't do that. So Ryan's mom hasn't heard from him because he's probably on his journey back, on a boat with poop water.
Yeah. Going through the jungle with his machete.
Right. And Ryan's mom calls the office because she hasn't heard him. And she calls her assistant Pam and goes, block everyone in his family.
Right. That's why she's a crazy person. Like you just suddenly stopped caring. They're dead to you, these people.
Okay, but how about, because you don't have to talk to her directly. She's calling, Pam can talk to her.
Sure.
Pam could say, hey, listen, Stephanie and Ryan broke up and Ryan should be on his way back.
Right. No, she instead
and
block.
we don't know anything else. They haven't been in touch.
Right.
And then maybe block. You know what I mean?
But I'm not paying your rent anymore.
Right. Okay. So
Mhm.
now this is how you know. She says she wants Harris to plan a surprise for her. Cost doesn't matter, but she wants it to be a surprise. So now I don't know if you remember, but for my 25th birthday party, I planned myself a surprise party.
I found a picture from that party the other day. There was so many people there, by the way.
I invited them all.
Yeah, I know. I remember. And I remember telling my father about it, and he could not understand the concept of it because you even made a Facebook invite. And I was reading it out loud to him, and he's like, Tracey's surprise party. Tracey's throwing it for herself. What's wrong with Tracey? And I'm like, well, I don't think we have enough time here, Dad.
I remember the Facebook invite very precisely. It said Tracey's surprise 25th birthday. Shh, don't tell her.
That's what I remember. The shh. Yes.
Okay, so this is what my reasoning was. So I planned it like 6 months before my birthday. I started the invite list very early, and in the invite, I did write, I said, if I plan it early enough, I'll forget I did it and I'll be shocked when everyone shows up.
That was fun though. I came with Vanya. I remember that was like a lot of fun.
We had a great time at that party. Lots of friends and lots of fun. Old friends, new friends.
Yeah, isn't that the place that we had my bridal shower, but like a long time ago, but
Exactly.
it's totally different now.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it was. So we had a great time. And so I understand you, Stephanie, we are not alike. You know what I mean? So he plans a private meal for them. And so she puts on her best pigtails
And a tie-dyed shirt.
Don't hate on the tie-dye.
Listen, I like the tie-dye. I don't see the point in if you're going to get that fucked up, why are you wearing heels or wedges? Just wear flip-flops,
Because
or go
she
free.
doesn't have any.
Right.
So her favorite wine, he orders a bottle of it with her own credit card. It's called Sip. And she said that she wants a whole glass and she wants a heavy pour.
Okay, but he filled it to the rim.
That's what she wanted. She literally looked him in the face and said, don't give me a half a glass of wine. I don't want to pretend that I know anything about it or I want to taste it. I want to chug this.
It's so funny because I'm the opposite. I'm like, I want a shot at a time. I want like the tiniest amount of drink at a time.
Yeah, well, she wants it all. So now Harris, I don't know if you peep this.
Tell me.
He's wearing Ryan's flame bandana.
I didn't peep that.
Oh, yes. And he said that he loves her. And this is a quote. I want to be with your body, girl.
I mean, listen, good for him.
I was like, is he a reggae singer? This reminds me so much of 90s dance hall music.
Which is pretty much like 90% of what I listen to.
No,
Yes.
same.
So he's very Sean Paul, if you will.
Yes. So he gives her a kiss on the cheek. She's wasted. Now, the thing is about this dinner, if you pay attention to these scenes, every other take, as soon as they cut away from her face and then they cut back, every other time she has pigtails and then sometimes she doesn't. So she must have taken her pigtails out at some point.
Oh, see, I didn't notice that. Every other take, I kept looking at her wine glass to see the levels.
Well, also
Funny.
the pigtails.
Yeah.
So now, obviously, what do you do when you have to make a big decision? She calls her psychic Maria. So her and she also invites Harris to sleep upstairs with her in the villa.
Listen, I like it. They got in the robes. They got in a nice fluffy bed. It looked comfy.
Little champagne.
Yeah.
And Maria, the psychic, is just giving them a therapy session. They're just doing couples therapy.
Seriously. And I love that he's not scared. He's like, go ahead, call Maria.
This guy is a professional.
Yeah.
This is me if I was a male that lived in Belize.
It is. This is you. I'm telling you. I see so many similarities. I love it.
He looked Maria in the face and was like, I
like
love
him.
her. I can't wait to come to America with her because I'm going to take care of her yard.
I know. I'm going to take care of her yard. I'm going to be her bodyguard.
Okay. I mean, I'm
Okay.
in for it. So
Right.
Maria is worried about his baby mama, and he is avoiding the question. But he said, forget my baby mama, but I'm not going to forget about my kids. I have to put them through college. But he also did not say he's going to have a relationship with them.
Right. It's basically like, I think he wants to move to America and just send them money.
Right. And I think that his baby mama and him probably have a deal.
They're in this together.
100%. I really think that listen, if I had an opportunity to send my husband or baby daddy or whatever it was to a different country so he could just send me money.
Yeah, but you know what? So I wouldn't have to be with the kids. I might volunteer to go. I'd be like, can you introduce me to her?
I don't. Hi, Stephanie. I'm Noelle. I'm Harris's baby mama. And I know this isn't what you thought it was going to be. But I will also plan a private dinner with you with your credit card.
I will ply you with wine.
I will absolutely keep your glass full. I will have your glass runneth over. I will also take care of your yard.
I am so great at planting.
I'm very good at yard work and also bodyguarding.
Yeah. We were talking about that on BS today. You're a very good bodyguard. You would be a good bodyguard.
Thank you.
You're tough. You're tough. I like it.
I appreciate that. So I do like his answers. I love that there's nothing psychic about Maria. She's just having a conversation.
She's just a friend, really.
She's just a friend. And Stephanie said that, he could be living the high life in the United States.
Good for him. I hope that he lives the high life in the United States. I do.
Well, here's the other thing. He says he loves her and she goes, oh, thank you.
I don't think she's ready because, she said she still needs a little
She's
time
not ready.
to heal.
Why? 7 hours wasn't enough?
Nope.
Chop, Stephanie. Now, Stephanie called her psychic.
Yes.
For a therapy session, but Noelle and I do not call our psychics. We talk to our therapist on BetterHelp online counseling because these are licensed professional counselors. These are not psychics. These are real licensed therapists, and everything that you say to them is confidential. It is just such a great app because even if we were in Belize and we can call them and we needed to have like an emergency session to see if Harris was the one,
we could do it.
Right.
We could even just text.
We could text them at any time. We could video chat. You could have a phone session. It's really great. Anything that you share is confidential. It's convenient. It's professional and affordable. And so many people have been using BetterHelp that they are recruiting additional counselors in all 50 states. And as a listener, you will get 10% off your first month by visiting betterhelp.com/fiance. Join over 1 million people taking charge of their mental health. Again, that's BetterHelp, HELP.com/fiance.
Right.
All right. So someone else that needs a ton of help.
Mike and Natalie.
Mike and Natalie. So now we open the scene with Bo doing some Roman candles in April 2020. They love Roman candles. What happened? Did they get like a truckload?
They probably live next to like one of those fireworks stores.
Like a Roman candle factory.
Where maybe the Roman candles were on sale.
I know. The fish are freaking out.
I was thinking the same thing. I was like, how is she not yelling about the fish?
I don't know. Well, it's 8 days until the wedding and they're going to get married by the Blue Lagoon.
She's so random, but she makes me laugh.
She's very funny. So she's also wiping the counters with like flushable wipes. She's wiping the counters with like a Cottonelle wipe.
Yes.
Like a Charmin wipe. So now Ukraine also closed their borders. So her mom cannot come and she calls her mom. But
also nothing like waiting till the last minute. So
isn't
you were
real.
gonna get your mother a ticket when you had 4 days left before your visa was up. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
She was gonna come. Don't
Give
worry.
me a break.
So now there's one day until the wedding, and they're self-taping, and she's gonna Skype with Svetlana. And there's 4 days until the visa expires. So
Right.
she explains that her first wedding was very big, and Mike cannot afford that.
But why are you doing this?
I love how she throws in the digs.
She always throws in the digs, and it's kind of like maybe this is why he hates you. Although I hate him now.
I do too. So now she said that she wants a beach wedding, but she's really gonna get a pond wedding.
She says, she feels bad in the woods.
Okay.
She's like, I love what she says.
I know. See, she only has one friend in the United States, and that is Tamra, that lives down the hill with Uncle Boo. And now, okay, so he was barbecuing, and then the next scene, he's still barbecuing crab cakes.
It's crab cakes?
Yeah, I did a little research into it. It's crab cakes.
I thought it was biscuits. I'm like, he is barbecuing. This is how broke, I guess, they are. She said that they can't afford a wedding. I thought they were barbecuing like biscuits. Like you get some biscuit mix, like some Bisquick.
No,
that's what it looked like.
It didn't.
Not that I would not eat that though.
It looked like the driest crab cakes I've ever seen in my life.
Okay, so I write no sides ? No sauces ? What is wrong with you? And she just has a little green juice. She has like a shot of aloe.
No, she's drinking green juice like it is, like it's an accoutrement to a crab cake. What? Green juice.
There's not, Tracey, there's not even a side.
They're eating on the cheapest paper plates. Those paper plates are the kinds that they give you inside of the pizza box in New York City.
Yes.
So that the oil doesn't explode into the pizza box.
I imagine this is what you get in jail.
This
is what you make your ramen burrito on.
This is definitely a swole. Okay. So his beard is absolutely out of control. Now, what isn't he friends with his barber? Can't she come and do it outside?
You would think. Yeah.
And then they talk about strip clubs, and she said that she wants to go to a male strip club, and so he gives her a fake lap dance, and he says that he is Magic Big Mike.
He's so lame.
He was being very playful though, and they looked like they were having a great grand old
Well,
time.
that's the thing. I feel like this is like the first time they finally showed like, and I'm sure that there were times they were like this within the past few months. Like, I don't think they were arguing the whole time.
Well, things take a really, really quick turn because she's now crying on the recliner. She calls the wedding officiant and cancels the wedding. She tells the wedding officiant that he changed his mind. And the wedding officiant, Teresa, says, are we still doing the wedding?
And I like that she goes, I will not discuss this with you.
Oh my God. There's only 3 days left for her visa. And so she has to leave the country. And I got to tell you, I would have punched this woman in the face.
Yes.
Because she was not helpful. She was
not at all.
She was saying those cliche things like, oh, I'm sure you guys aren't going to break up.
Everything heals with time.
Shut up.
Yeah, shut up. Yeah.
Goodbye.
Tell me to kick his ass. You know what I mean? Like, come on.
I hated her. So now 2 hours later, she's self-taping on her last day in America. And Tamra enters the room and Natalie warns her that there's a camera.
But I like that she's like, well, I have a kid's car seat I need to get rid of. I have bags of clothes I need to get rid of. Like, what?
Okay. Tamra lives in her car with her kid and her dresser.
Yes.
What is happening? So Natalie starts yelling at her. Do you have any petrol? Petrol. So
I didn't know what she meant.
I did know what she meant, but I like that she just kept saying it.
I think she's very manic right now. She's not well.
Right. I think that Tamra would definitely need gas to take her to the airport.
Yes, agreed.
And I feel like Tamra knows that.
I just think she was just like flipping out. I also, I love, but it's more like she can't get into her country. So like, where are you going?
I don't know. Well, Mike's going to send her a plane ticket, but where is the plane ticket going to?
Right. So you're just like, okay, see you in Croatia. Like, where are you going?
She just said Europe, a very general Europe. The just like the tri-Europe area.
Right. Just somewhere there. Somewhere.
Central Europe, Central, Midwest, South Europe, just
Northern Europe,
wherever. Who cares?
in
So
that country.
she did not tell her mom. And
Right.
she said that she has to accept that he doesn't love her.
Mhm.
And here's where I felt a little bad.
Tell me.
She's like, I guess I just wanted like my fiance to like me.
Sure.
And I wanted like a fairy tale. And I got to tell you, like, this is definitely not it.
Okay, this is definitely not it, but this made him like, you're a bad person for doing this to
Okay,
her.
but we don't know what happened.
We don't know what happened that led up to it. I'm surprised they didn't show us.
Yeah,
like
something
why,
happened.
right? But I don't know. It's just it makes
Well,
me sad for her.
We'll see next week what happens. Now,
Mhm.
something about Natalie that has always bothered me is Natalie has all of these stigmas about certain food groups, and she doesn't want
Yes.
Mike to eat certain things or do certain things. And I got to tell you, if you think about everything that you've ever learned about getting healthy, there's like a lot of contradictory information out there, and things like that old-fashioned like food pyramid are not much help.
Mhm.
It's not exactly, cutting out all of these different food groups. You don't have to do that.
You don't have to be so restrictive.
It's not about what you just ate, but how you eat in general. So Noom teaches you about eating, your cravings, and how to build new habits so you can ditch your misconceptions and get smart about food and the choices that you make. It's based in psychology. So Noom teaches you how to eat so you can accomplish your personal health goals and stick with them long term, because you don't need rules to lose weight. You need knowledge. They're just trying to teach you all of the good things that you should be eating. And I love that Noom really encourages you to eat more vegetables.
Mm-hmm.
So Noom is forgiving because you're human, and if you go off track today, you'll be on track tomorrow. Noom is absolutely fabulous, and there is a science to getting healthier, and it's called Noom. Sign up for your trial today at Noom, Noom.com/trash talk. Learn how to eat again with Noom. Sign up for your trial today at Noom, Noom.com/trash talk. Are you ready to learn how to live healthier? Sign up for Noom today at Noom, Noom.com/trash talk. Noelle.
Tracey.
Jovi, Hovi, Yovi, and Yara.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
He comes home from his bachelor party. He had gone into the champagne room, and he's not going to tell her what happened. So here's the thing. Nothing happened.
Right.
And all he keeps talking about this entire scene is about what didn't happen.
Right. If you keep talking about how nothing happened, you're going to make me think something happened.
Right. So he goes home. It's 1:26 in the morning. He's kind of wasted. And so now his plan was to pack while she sleeps with the lights on.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. In your world, that would never fly.
No way. He keeps talking to her while she's sleeping.
I know. Well, that's how you know he's drunk. Because I kept thinking that too. I'm like, why do you keep talking to her?
He
Leave
said
her alone.
Yeah, he wants to sleep now and pack in the morning. But so then he lays in the bed with his jeans on. I'm like, yeah, he's drunk.
Yes. Uh-huh.
And also he mentions that if Yara asks about the strip club, he's going to tell her the truth. Okay,
cool.
But
what's the truth?
Okay, cool. Great story, bro.
Mm-hmm.
So now they're on their way to the airport at 5:30 a.m. and he talks to his beautiful, amazing friend that we all love. And his friend's like, oh, yeah, good thing you're going to be here. The bar opens at 5:30 a.m. We could get screwdrivers.
Gross.
Okay. Hovi, Yovi, Jovi has an alcohol problem. I don't care what anyone says. I don't care if people say it's for the show. It's not great.
I don't know. I just feel like, but I also feel like he's a product of his environment.
Yeah.
I feel like it's
like
just this is
boy.
what it's always been. Right. I don't think like he can't live without alcohol. I don't think he knows
That's
life without alcohol.
Right. It's his lifestyle. So Yara is very upset. Does she live her life on an airport escalator?
Yes. This poor girl. This is all she does.
She's just in airports. She wants to go home to the Ukraine and she's crying. I feel bad for her. This is a weird situation.
It is weird. It's like if I was her, I would have no idea what to do.
Well, speaking of very weird, let's talk about Rebecca and Zayed. This is April 2020, and she said that he's, quote, putting her in a corner.
Okay. I don't think that he's putting her in a corner. I think she's being a BFB. She is being such a baby.
He's putting me in a corner just like my ex from Morocco.
He's putting me in a corner, just like my daughter when she wouldn't go home and she made me go to the airport and she came with me. It's like, why is everybody bullying you?
Okay, well, she doesn't want to rush the wedding. I don't know if you know the name of the show. So it's called 90 Day Fiance. It's about rushed weddings. Welcome.
Yes.
And he's like, all right, cool. I'm just going to move out then. And she said, no.
Yeah, she's not having it. She has a big stain on her shirt that I can't stop looking at. It drives me crazy.
She looks very unkempt the last few episodes.
Yes.
And actually this entire season, something's happening.
Yeah, she does not look anything like she used to.
She's unraveling.
She is very good. She's unraveling.
Thank you. So you can't sin during Ramadan, basically. And
right.
She said that he's only strict 1 month out of the year. I don't think she's totally wrong on that one. Like now all of a sudden, this is what you need to be religious about.
I get it, but I feel like in Muslim culture, this is the most important time.
Okay, then guess what? This needs to be planned before you come to America.
But I think that he got his visa so suddenly.
You think
it
that
was
Ramadan
like suddenly
snuck
approved
up on him?
Like, I guess it was like, oh, wow, okay, we got the visa. And then it was like, oh, snap, Ramadan. Like, I'm on his side here. I'm not on her side.
I think he had like a 12-hour flight to think about this.
I mean, I guess, but maybe he was very excited to come to Macarona.
Maybe. So he said, don't worry, we're going to have a very big wedding in Tunisia. And by wedding in Tunisia, he means I am getting my green card. Thank you. Ramadan is 12 days away and there's 8 days to get married. But what is with her different hairdos? So it's not good, Noelle. It's not good. There's the pigtails. There's some kind of hairdo that looks like she got caught in the rain.
Yeah, there's a lot of rain. Also, her eyeliner is very rain-esque
What's
as well.
happening? Is it raining in the studio?
It must be. It must be very humid there.
Well, she is not well. It's 60 days until the visa expires, and she's in pigtails,
right?
Looking for an engagement ring in the car, and now she's in the confessional, and she has. Okay, this is a pet peeve of mine. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. When you wear a wrap dress or a wrap shirt,
and
it doesn't stay closed.
Okay.
And you put a safety pin in the top of it.
That bothers you?
I know you did that. If a shirt doesn't fit you,
don't wear it. Sure.
Don't wear it. It's television.
I'm
sure you have a different shirt. Why does everyone, there's so many of that, especially in the confessional. And it's like, you think I don't know that I see the pin.
Well, there's so many just on the show that wear clothes and it doesn't even mean they're too small. They just don't fit correctly.
They don't fit.
Like her blazer did not fit her correctly.
Nope. So now she is going to have a wedding. They're going to get married at that place that they went to with the horse and carriage.
Right.
So also very excited. They got a couch.
Okay. They got a couch. They got a hutch.
Okay. So I'm like, she must have gone to her storage space because that hutch is from 1982.
That hutch, I'm 100% sure my grandmother had this up in her house.
It was in the dining room and it displayed some cheap china.
Yes. That nobody was ever allowed to use, even though it was cheap china.
It was just on display. So now they have the couch and he's playing games with his headphones on. And she's like, why aren't you upset? Why aren't you worried? And I'm going to explain that.
Tell me.
Okay. Because he paid $10 for that ring.
Right. He got out of a Cracker Jack box.
He melted a candle to the end to get that ring.
They always advertise for those on TikTok too.
So now she leaves because she's going to go to Tiffany's house. Tiffany hurt her foot, but really Rebecca's running away. And Tiffany has this gut feeling that something's wrong with this marriage.
Shut up, Tiffany.
Okay, but I'm sorry, Noelle. I'm going to fight you on that one.
I just feel like Tiffany has been a Debbie Downer since the day she met him.
Okay. You mean kind of like when your mom's done this 3 times already?
I guess, but she's like, I had a gut feeling and it was right every time.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Every time.
Let your mother fuck up. Who cares?
Because then she goes to Tiffany.
I just feel like I'm the type of person that I just don't care. Like, go ahead, screw up your life.
All right. Well, 4 times a charm. And she keeps saying, he gave me this ring in the Sahara Desert.
It was the most romantic moment of my life.
What about your ex from Morocco?
Right.
Just saying.
She never says my ex. It's my ex from Morocco.
Now she also says that her wedding dress doesn't fit. Okay. Here, I'm just throwing this out there. If your dress doesn't fit
Pin
now,
it. Okay.
no, don't pin it. It's not going to fit when you marry him in a few weeks.
Right. So why don't you now go get another dress? He says you can get married in jeans.
He said jeans and matching leather jackets.
Right. Which I'm not opposed to.
That's their favorite matching outfit. Tiffany said that all of her weddings, she's done this. Yeah.
I mean, listen, I believe that this is her pattern 100%, but I don't know if I believe that Zayed isn't genuine.
Ex from Morocco.
Ex from Morocco was a shithead.
Ex from Morocco. She's not sure if she should marry him, and she feels like she woke up on a train. And I got to tell you, she looks like she woke up on a train.
On a wet train.
She looks like she woke up
train.
on a crashed train. She looks like she woke up on a derailed train.
Yes, that derailed
In the
into the
ocean.
Pacific Ocean. Yes.
All right. Well, speaking of being derailed, let's talk about Amira and Andrew. So she's in Serbia, and okay. I just feel like there's a lot of things that I don't know a ton about Serbia. I know a little bit about Serbia.
Right.
So she's saying that there's riots there, and, you know, the police are everywhere. There's no room service for food. She's scared. Okay. Did she research the area?
She left. She put so much trust in him that you kind of almost get mad at her. Like, well, you could have made this better for yourself.
You could have Googled it. You could have just Googled it. All right. So something that like a lot of people that don't realize is that if you come to New York City, right?
Yeah.
There are some parts of New York City that like look just like that.
Oh, 100%.
There are some parts of New York City that are like very deserted, very bad areas, a lot of crime. So maybe just find a nicer area to stay in, like even if it's just like a few miles away.
Sure.
Just saying. So she said that Andrew's not calling her. Andrew is super busy at the daycare.
But that's what I don't understand. Why is he MIA? It's so weird. I thought he would be up her ass, honestly.
Do you think that he works both at daycare and night care?
Yes. Yes.
So they video chat. She's super lonely. She's been there for 5 days. And he's like, guess what? I have big plans for you when you come here. We're going to go camping and we're going to meet Gary and Connie.
We're going to go camping. We're going to see a baby. I'd be like, I don't need to come.
A baby inside of my sister.
Maybe she'll be crowning by the time you get here.
Wow. Can you imagine if that's how you were trying to get me to, like, you were trying to lure me to another country by saying we're going to go camping and meet a pregnant lady?
No. How about you tell me about the cheese I'll be eating?
Thank you.
You know, I want to know about the food I'll be eating.
I would have been like, Amira, come here. Lots of fromage.
Lots of fromage and chocolate.
Mucho fromage. Mucho. Okay. So he wants to have kids right away. And he's like, if you did come here, are we going to have kids? What?
But that's what I mean. Where did this come from?
I don't know. She said, yeah, if it's a good relationship. And he's like, well, it shouldn't be conditional about how I act. She's like, if you don't punch me in the face over and over, I'll have your baby. And he's like, well, that's not right.
Like, well, I'm sorry, Amira, but you don't even know me.
Well, he said, and this is a quote, I'm incredibly sorry,
Gross. ...
that you feel like any of that happened. Oh my God.
He is so disgusting.
Okay,
he looks like gross Malone, not Post Malone. He is gross Malone. I was like, this guy has never showered. He is disgusting. He's disintegrating before my eyes. I can't take it.
He's fake crying in the confessional. He's trying to get an Emmy.
But that's what I mean. But how do you look at him and not just like, no, he's full of cocky, you know?
He really is. So she's leaving for the airport in a few hours and he's going to sit down and have a water with his mom.
And they're both so hot outside. They're like pouring sweat off themselves. I'm like, how hot is it there?
She said that he's super angry and they fight. And his mom's like, not my baby. All the kids at the daycare and the parents don't see that side of you. And it's like, well, obviously the kids and the parents would see. That's the only side I have.
Right.
He said that he does have an edgy personality.
I would say you have an asshole personality.
Bad. His mom is super angry. And he said, maybe kids aren't in my path. And his mom's like, no. Kids are not only in your path, they're in your house. They're in my house. They're in our house. We have daycare and night care. He's very anxious. And the next day we see his very cute dog.
Yes. Oh my God. I love this dog. Yes.
Me too. And turns out she did not get on the flight, but we don't know why.
Here's the thing. We don't know why, but also like, girl, if you were going to decide not to go, why the hell even go to Serbia? What are you thinking?
Why did you? This is so stupid.
Yeah,
All right,
it's dumb.
Speaking of dumb, let's talk about Tariq and Hazel. They meet with his friend Angela during Corona. No big deal.
Mm-hmm.
And it's 8 days until their wedding. And I got to tell you, they both look very unwell. Hazel looks like she got beat up. She looks like she's crying. And he's wearing the map of Thailand shirt again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love this shirt. I love that she hates all Thai women. And he wears it on his chest proudly and wonders why she hates him.
She's like, my whole family was murdered in Thailand. And he's like, I love it.
It's like, hello? Are you paying attention at all?
No. So he's still talking to girls online.
Mm-hmm.
And there's one girl that he was talking to online for 8 years. And she keeps calling him. And so Hazel asked Tariq.
Right.
And said, what's going on? He doesn't say anything. So now she asked the girl. And Tariq is upset because he's embarrassed.
I feel like I've had guys do this before. Like, it's so manipulative.
He's embarrassed that his fiance asked a stranger that he never met.
Right.
Okay, cool. Then you know what? Go marry this girl that you've known for 8 years. Bye.
Yep.
Angela takes Hazel's side all the way. Except
Angela's nice.
I love Angela, except when she says alpha males like Tariq.
More like a joker male is what he is.
Joker
like
woker.
An alpha male. An alpha male? That's how you explain Tariq. What am I missing here?
He's a waka male.
Yeah, he's a joker male is what he is.
She said that he can't talk to women because just because she's bisexual doesn't mean that he could talk to women. Okay, again, I don't think you know what bisexual means.
She doesn't. And also, like, if you have this much of a problem with jealousy with him, you should not be involving him with you. If you want to be with another woman and be polyamorous, that's fine.
Right. But like, listen, every relationship looks a certain way to people.
Sure.
And, you know, it's like you can create your own rules or whatever. Being bisexual means that you are attracted to both men and women.
She makes it like it's a rule. If you're bisexual, you date both and you're a throuple.
Right. Like, I don't know if she understands that. Then, you know what? If you're going to be polyamorous,
right,
then they're in a polyamorous relationship where she's only polyamorous and he has to be monogamous. I don't understand this.
No, me either.
And I think that everyone's confused. So Angela said that Tariq should block this other woman.
Right. He's not interested in blocking her.
No, because he still talks to her all the time. So now it's 5 days until the wedding, and he's in this baby blue suit. Is this the one he picked her up at the airport?
One. Yes, this is the first one.
So chocolate covers cherries, but I also think it's also like a fondue and not so much a shell.
It looked like a fondue, which I could get down with.
Okay, I know. I was like, you know what? Noelle would have been like, sure, Tariq, whatever. I'll marry you.
Yeah, but I don't like chocolate covered strawberries, strangely enough. Get a pound cake. And then we could talk.
I like how you're like, I don't love fruit. I would love pound cake. Like
I love fruit. I would just eat strawberries without the chocolate.
Okay. All right. So there's rose petals that I think are fake. And he has in the background a shoe rack full of hats. I cannot tell you how this area in his house is so cluttered and the rest of his house looks fine. But it's
I know.
Get it together in the entryway.
Because the house looks pretty nice. It looks like a nice house.
But they're always filming in the cluttered kitchen and the cluttered entryway.
I know.
So he apologizes for everything. They're going to start over. He reproposes. And he said that he's just going to let Hazel find her own girlfriend.
I love that she says, "Did you wash the strawberries?" That would have been my first question to Matt too. Did you wash these strawberries? Because like
Did
I
you
know
wash
you
them?
didn't. No, you didn't. I just know you didn't.
Show me the basket that you washed them. Show me the
Uh-huh.
strainer. Where's the strainer?
Because they're not wet.
They're not even wet. You dried every one of them? Yeah. Oh, you did? If you guys want to hear more about everything that we talked about on the podcast and everything we didn't, we have brand new content going live on the Stereo app every Wednesday at 7 p.m. And you'll be able to talk with us directly on Stereo. Because sometimes after we wrap our podcast, we forget to say something super important. And now, with our Trash Talk After Show, our listeners can get the full story, hear everything we missed on our show exclusively on the Stereo app. And even better, they can join the conversation live and talk directly to us on the app. So don't miss our Trash Talk After Show after party over on Stereo. And we'll be going live every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we want to hear from you. Our first Stereo show was so much fun. We have over, I think we have 9 Stereo shows up. So even if you miss it, you can come back at any time and listen to it. So make sure you join Stereo. The link is down below in the show notes. You're just going to click it, download the app, and there you are.
There you are. And we love you and you love us.
Yeah, you can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Stereo at Trixie2Zini. You can follow Noelle at Noe Girl on all 3 platforms as well. And make sure you follow the show at 90 Day Podcast on Instagram and Twitter. And if you have anything to tell us that you want to discuss or share about the show that you want to put in the Facebook group, join our Facebook group at 90 Day Fiance Trash Talk Podcast on Facebook, because that's where we all chat.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
All right. I'll see you next week. Bye.
Okay. Bye.